It's fitting that we celebrate a great pope, literally, Gregory, and the great fishing expedition of the first pope. And the connections are just incredible to see how Jesus and the authority of his divine power continues to work through the pope and the church to bring many fish to heaven. And obviously, the fish are that great symbol of the souls, which the church are entrusted with, which all of us as members of the church have the great gift and the power to be able to participate in God's great fishing expedition, which isn't just to go after salmon or trout, but it's to go after the ultimate catch. Free created beings whose salvation is pending. And so it's good for us to think of the fish in our pond and how we're fishing and how frustrating it can be. Maybe you have a grandson or a granddaughter that got married outside of the church. Maybe you have somebody who hasn't been to Mass in the longest time. Maybe you have someone who you know is in a position right now, if they died, they probably would, well, it'd be hard to see that their soul would be saved. St. Gregory the Great had this tremendous ability to work in great tenderness and pastoral love for his flock. A man of deep prayer, somebody who's a great example to anybody who's involved in evangelization, because everything he did was first and foremost receiving Jesus' love. In other words, what Peter did, let Jesus onto your boat. Let him be the fishing guide, and let him dictate how to fish. And note, normally, when Jesus gets onto your boat to teach you how to fish, it goes against every normal human security that you have. You do not fish on the Sea of Galilee, or what's called Gennesaret, during the day. That's a stupid time to fish, because the nets that they would throw out would be easily seen by fish. So it's obviously kind of a morning type of preaching. And Jesus gets out there and he says, okay, now let's go fishing. And Peter's like, we've been doing this all night. We caught nothing. And nobody fishes during the day. How many times does our human intelligence and our pragmatic way get in the way of our evangelizing and bringing these souls to Jesus? And so it's good for us as we come to Mass this morning to place the nets, in other words, our words, our actions, the way in which we interact with the souls in our pond, into Jesus' hands. Say, Lord, how do you want me to be sending out these nets? How should I be evangelizing according to the way you want to work?